Welcome back to more episodes of NCIS, episode 4 of season 4. Tony is turned down in the last episode, Jenny offering him his own team in Spain. I'm sure there are numerous reasons behind that. I gave a couple of my theories as to what I think they might be at the end of the last episode. Gibbs is still sporting the tash. I'm not sure how long that's going to last, but no one, including me and the team, like it. They all think it's weird and it's making him behave differently. He's come back a little bit more softened than he was. Whether that's with his yet another brush with death, or whether he feels as though he's just like an overseer now, and that this team that he's built, that he's trained, that he's learned, even while Tony was at the helm, has become so finely tuned and good at what they're doing that he feels he doesn't really need to be there, but we want him to be there. And his added experience and input, and let's not forget the Gibbs gut, is what part and parcel makes this team so good. He's the captain. The rest of them are all the bridge crew. You know what I mean? It's that kind of scenario. Right, anyway, enough of me talking. Let's go find out more. Episode 4.
Опа! Мусора на хвосте. Погоди, я перезвоню.
Pregnant. She's always calling me when I'm driving.
And registration, sir?
Gets a bit more of that. Oh, gone.
Sir, put your hands up on the dashboard.
But my wife...
Hands on the dashboard. I want to see your hand. Charlie?
Risk it.
Got it. On the hood, sir, now. Hands on your back.
If he's a pro, he didn't handle that very well.
You just fired this gun, sir.
Oh, hell!
Damn. Sir.
He's getting freed. Oh no, he's the person who's been shot, I think. And you've just put your prints all over the murder weapon.
Men are such bad liars.
But if a good liar was telling you a lie, you would
Fake
not know
it.
he was a lie.
I would.
Okay, well, Ziva thinks that all men are liars.
Really?
Indeed. No, you started
So
something.
if I were to lie to you, you would be able to tell. Wouldn't go there, Tony. Oh, watch.
Oh,
And
he's
wait.
gonna. He can't
True or
resist it.
false? I had eggs for breakfast this morning.
True.
Lucky guess. My first car was a shiny new red Corvette.
False.
False.
Strike 3.
You got egg on your shirt.
Not just your shirt.
But on your face.
This poor fellow probably lasted longer than he should.
How much longer?
Several minutes.
According to his military ID, he's Chief Petty Officer Jack T. Vale.
I mean, it does say NCIS.
Gotta be 50 or 60 bucks there.
Yeah, there's more in his trouser pocket.
Why all the
What do you think?
change?
Illegal slots?
Maybe he was doing laundry.
It's a lot of laundry.
That's a lot of laundry.
Maybe he was a once-a-month kind of man.
The guy's got an accent as thick as Polish sausage, so I ain't buying it. Found a loaded .38 on the sea. Recently fired.
You got it, Dougie.
That's too easy. And really unfortunate for him if that's the guy
It
he
looked like
shot.
a fake ID. I had the best fake ID in college. Never got turned away from a bar.
Never?
Never.
Last call dialed was 911.
Oh, bulletproof those phones.
Maybe this one will be easy.
Yeah, this is all just seeming a little bit too open and shut here. This guy's into far more dodgy shit than just this. I've just got a feeling.
Plates, real weapon. When he first saw you, he called 911.
And he can be
When you realized he was trailing you, you shot him. Even the very, very good ones slip up eventually.
I'm catching on to you. And you're not going to get me to say something and then do your little massage true or false trick. I'm too smart for that.
Ziva,
Gibbs.
how many languages do you speak?
Comment vous appelez-vous? Mi dica il suo nome.
Italian.
Как тебя зовут?
There you go.
Got him.
Got
He's
him.
Russian.
Do
Do you know how many pennies are thrown out or put into jars every year?
Enlighten me.
3.5 billion. No, Russians don't have pennies, they have kopecks. What does it have to do with Russian?
Run his prints through immigration. Let's find out.
Okay, I reviewed the 911 call. Ready?
My name is Jack Vale. This is really important, okay? I've identified a terrorist, a known terrorist.
I'm guessing an overtaxed relay tower in the downtown area caused the line to drop off before he finished.
Yeah.
I also isolated the background noise.
That makes no sense. We're hearing slot machines.
It's kind of a Pac-Man retro meets Vegas sort of thing. Nikolai Alexandrovich Pachinko.
That's more like it.
And there's a Homeland Security alert.
I want lawyer.
There we go.
Get a good one.
I'm afraid it's not that simple.
Oh no.
Normally,
what a
matching
surprise.
the bullet to the weapon shouldn't present us with any great difficulty, but this is far from normal. Entered below the rib cage, traveling from left to right. It nicked the pancreas, missed the liver, deflected off the fifth rib, and gouged its way through soft tissue. No exit wound. And so that's where it appears to have,
Have him what, Dr. Riley?
vanished. The bullet furrow, and it's not showing up on any of the x-rays.
Where is it then?
I don't know where it's gone. I'm afraid we don't have a bullet.
Oh, and then we don't have the case.
Operation Sunburst, you know it? It was a sting. One of our ops. Chief Vale was part of it.
It was just a PO3 back then, detailed from the supply department to NCIS for 5 weeks. I mean, it's not possible, boss. I got the index reference, but when I called the archive, they said the file was missing.
Check the log. Who booked it out last?
So I guess it's not a who, it's more of an it.
Who was the NCIS agent?
I thought he was going to say FBI.
What time is it in Mexico right now?
Oh, okay, we get to see him again. I kind of liked him.
Only one person in Washington, D.C. knows where to find me this time of day. How you doing, Proby? Sun's hot, ocean's warm, beer's cold.
But then something stops me.
What's stopping you this time?
Operation Sunburst.
That was a long time ago.
Oh, that's just
Remember
got
a petty
serious.
officer named Vale?
Right guy, right place, right time. And you think this has something to do with Sunburst?
Well, you tell me. We got a suspect.
Russian.
Arkady Kovac.
Nikolai.
When the Soviet Union started falling apart, they got into the arms trade. Wanted to buy some of our stingers to sell to Chechen terrorists. Someone tipped them off. They hightailed it back to Eastern Europe.
And that's why he's been ever since.
Vale.
Well, he bumped into Pachenko on the street. Recognized him, tried to follow him.
I hope you've got an ironclad case. This piece of scum is way overdue.
No, they don't.
Working on it, boss. Good luck with the fishing down there.
Like you said, working on it, boss.
We've narrowed down the area where he was shot, and we do have a suspect in possession of a gun.
Where do the bad guys go when we catch them?
The bullets disappeared, Abby.
I thought there was no exit wound.
There is no
Tell me
exit
about it.
wound.
Well, maybe it fell out, like in his clothes or something. Well, bullets don't just disappear, Ducky. Unless it's an ice bullet. I saw this really cool movie one time where this guy carved a bullet out
It's
of
not
ice.
an ice bullet. I didn't lose it. At least I don't think I did.
I mean, there has to be some plausible scientific explanation.
Of course. That's gotta be it.
What?
Nothing else makes any sense. Abby, you are a genius.
What a miss. What a miss.
Roby?
When is he ever going to get this damn boat out of here?
Number 3?
4.
Oh, good God.
Thought you had done practicing by now.
It's always something to learn, Mike.
I'm starting to believe that Gibbs never actually does anything with these boats. He carves one, makes one, and then when it's built, he can't get it out of his basement, so he just trashes it and starts again. I mean, this is a standard running joke with this show now with his boats. What does he do with them?
You didn't waste any time getting here.
Don't like loose ends, Roby.
Take more than loose ends, gets you off that beach and bob.
Tyrants and terrorists, and bombs and RPGs used to kill American soldiers and Marines in every hellhole from Mogadishu to Baghdad. It's time it ended.
Well, that's it.
Rumor was they'd agreed to supply some new high-tech Soviet missile to CIA. Guess they figured they wouldn't get their missile if their arms dealers were in prison.
So you never got a
You
chance.
got a chance here, Proby. Don't screw it up.
I mean, I knew from the moment we saw this guy at the beginning there was going to be more involved than just a simple, just one murder, and that was it.
Marty Allen, his lawyer.
You've got more technology in one room than we had in every office across the whole damn country. When I worked at Camp Pendleton, I'd take them into the broom closet with a telephone directory.
Yeah, no broom closet, no telephone directory.
Time.
Special Agent Gibbs, may I have a moment?
Director Shepard.
Special Agent Gibbs, this is
CIA?
Roy Carver, Homeland Security.
Oh,
Agent
Gibbs.
Gibbs. Nikolai Puchenko.
I'd like you to transfer him into Mr. Carver's custody.
Taking over.
Why? He's working for us. Was he working for you when he killed the sailor yesterday? I read the preliminary autopsy report on that, Agent Gibbs. Seems there's a lack of evidence linking Puchenko to the crime. Find evidence that proves he was involved in any serious criminal activity, and I promise I'll hand him right back to you.
Red tape.
We will.
Espionage bullshit.
I'm releasing him to Homeland Security.
Of home nature.
If he walks out of here, you won't see him again.
We haven't got enough evidence to even
So
clear
do
our
we stop
throat.
it?
We can't charge him with anything.
Can't stop it.
May I draw your attention to an NIS case codenamed Sunburst, which dealt with serious allegations of arms smuggling by this man, Nikolai Puchenko.
Mike.
I may not be, Roy.
Jack Vale was the key witness. He's dead. You don't have anyone to testify.
I'll testify.
Serious enough charges for you, Director Shepard?
Take him back into custody. I'm sorry, Mr. Carver. NCIS is not through with this.
Nice one. Nice one, dude.
Looks forward to reviewing the file.
Oh, shut up. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's not happy with you. You don't want to know.
He said you're a dead man.
Mike.
Arkady Mikhailovich Kobach, late 40s.
That was the guy he said to
Puchenko and
me.
Spetsnaz. That's the Soviet Special Forces. He then shot the colonel who came to arrest him. Been in arms ever since.
I've seen your hands, Denozo. They don't impress me. I don't need babysitting, Gunny. I can look after myself.
Go on.
I once found a .22 caliber slug in a woman's knee, and she'd been shot in the chest. See, the bullet entered her heart, was pumped down through the aorta, into the iliac, and on down into the femoral artery.
So where is it?
I have no idea. None at all. Well, I have. I just don't know where. I can, however, tell you how. But specifically, spaghetti cooked with garlic and olive oil. Spaghetti io e olio, as the Romans say. Very nice with a glass of Sangiovese. Anyway,
Focus!
When the bullet became lodged in his stomach, he became sick.
He puked up the bullet?
Yeah, find the puke and you'll find the projectile.
Oh,
So you want us to look for a pile of dry vomit?
Where is Mike?
I thought you were supposed to be protecting.
You lost him already? He's going to be quite good at giving you the slip, though, isn't he?
Far, boss.
He's probably gone for a smoke. There you go.
Couldn't find the broom closet. Just another spook from the old days that made my job difficult. It was a long time ago, Proby.
Is it enough?
Should do the trick.
What's in it?
Where'd you learn to be such a pain in the ass?
Working with you. There's a lot of people who want to see what's in that file, Mike.
Guess they're gonna be disappointed. But there's plenty to listen to.
Vale's wearing a wire.
Dubbed a copy. I tell what I heard, audio tape backs me up, and everybody's happy. Safe enough that no one's found it for 15 years.
Well, where is it then?
I get the feeling that you've been working under her a little too long.
The world's changing.
Mike.
Yeah, and you haven't changed with it.
And you can call off this protection detail, or the other guy just has to be a half-second faster, just like it's always been. Nice work, Denozo.
Alleys, service lanes, parking lots.
Yeah.
What am I listening for?
Change.
Let's have these mysteries sound.
There you go. It's a cash for coin
That explains
machine.
all the coins. Even arms stealers need groceries.
Okay.
I got something itching in my back, that's why I keep moving. I was thinking it was something to do with a casino.
I got puke.
Does it ever?
No.
That could be blood. You didn't pack the gloves.
I thought you packed the
Oh,
gloves.
come on. Is that for a DNA thing? Yes, isn't it? Yeah. That turned my stomach too. Oh, no!
You have a tissue or something?
What did I say about people falling out the pub and throwing up?
This is gonna be a long day.
It is. I saw that coming. Planning officer.
In '91, he was trying to get a sneak peek at top secret Soviet hardware.
If you're right, it probably was Carver who tipped off Kovach and Pachenko when we were going to arrest them in '91.
The CIA has a shopping list. Carver is the buyer. I want him taken out of the loop. No Mike, no case. Pachenko walks probably right into a deal with Carver. Take him off the need-to-know list.
Too late. Carver's already been briefed.
At the house, Mike.
Nice catch. I must be getting sloppy.
Well, I smelled the cigarette smoke. I don't think that's a good idea.
Nope.
They're gonna hit this place.
Oh, hey, boss. We were just talking about you.
We got a security problem. Time to go off script. Where's Frank's?
Well, he's right here.
Well, he was.
Mike.
Tony.
Now, I don't know if that's someone who's come for Mike or Mike has done that. I won't put it past
Did I lose
him.
any hair?
No.
How many were there?
I didn't see.
With Mike?
There must have been two teams, one to take me down and the other to snatch him. So why grab him when all I had to do was kill him?
He was holding evidence.
Where?
He wouldn't tell me.
Oh, that's a lot of blood.
Not puke.
That's a lot of blood. This could have been where it happened. He shot him and then he's thrown it up. Yeah, shift it. There you go. Bingo.
You didn't waste any time. Bad news travels fast. You expect to find him, Agent Gibbs?
He's a resourceful man. I'm not finished with him.
But you are Agent Gibbs. Perhaps your time would be better spent finding out who in your department leaked the location of the safe house where you were keeping your key witness.
You did in '91.
If you would like to have this request formalized, Director Shepard, that can be arranged.
Son of a bitch is too high up now to question.
I'm sure you didn't mean for that to sound like a threat, Mr. Carver. Ending our investigation into the disappearance of Mike Franks.
Fuck yeah.
Well, I think you need to look closer to home. Maybe Franks just lost his nerve and ran away.
He's dirty as they come.
You've got about an hour, and then all hell is gonna break loose.
Because he is going to go and talk to whoever's
I really
necessary
hope
to
you
get
know
him.
Mike Franks as well as you think you do.
I don't like this. This is dirt. This is dirty. This is old school mess.
Marty Allen, please. I have something that your client's associate, Arkady Kovach, might be interested in buying. It will send him and your client to prison for 30 years. $500,000. You get the tape, and I get to go back to Mexico and retire with a sweet little waitress named Camila Charo.
This is sad.
Sure. Got a pen?
There is no way Mike's dirty. This is he's setting it up.
I demand you release my client, Agent Gibbs. You got no grounds to hold him.
Oh, you're right. I don't have a case against your client for arms dealing, but I do have one for murder.
So he's going nowhere.
You deserve a medal.
That look? It's as close as you're ever gonna get, Proby.
You can spend the rest of your life in prison, or you can cut a deal. And you can tell me where to find your friend, Arkady.
Where do your loyalties really lie?
McGee!
Smoke's from a Russian cigarette. Arkady hasn't been gone long.
Oh, I haven't seen that done for a long time.
10 calls made in the last day, 3 in the last hour and a half. The last call was to a hotel in the Port District, El Executivo. Call was made to room 7. Room 7 is booked in the name of a Camila Charo, but it was not a woman that paid cash for the room.
Frank's brand.
Yeah, with the money. There's gonna be a shootout there. Just feel it coming. That guy has got a really nasty looking fucking face, hasn't he?
You've got what I want.
I got
And
what
I've
you
got
want.
what you want.
Truth is, Arkady, you've got nothing I want.
You think you're the first to point a gun at me?
but I will be the last.
Damn, Mike, you would have bit it there. You may have got your shot off, or so would he. Now what? I mean, he's not NCIS
I
anymore,
knew
or
he was over there.
NIS.
I figured I could take them both.
Well, you figured wrong.
Arcady first, then the big guy. Maybe I am a half-second slower.
Yeah.
There was no leak, was there?
Denozo okay?
Boss!
It was him who knocked him on the head. I was right.
Secure the room.
Damn, you took a big risk there. But what happens now? I mean, in effect, you've just killed a man, an unarmed man in cold blood. Is Jenny going to be okay with this?
Yourself up as bait.
Arcady never would have got to court, Proby, and you know it.
That's why I killed him.
Carver or whoever else is pulling the strings would have made sure of that.
I'm gonna sleep like a baby because Arkady Karbach was a scary SOB.
Someone else will take his place.
That's your problem, Proby.
Yeah.
Hey,
Check out one, another one takes over.
you got that audio tape?
What's on it?
Beer's getting warm.
Yeah, he's gonna walk. I mean, we took out a bad guy. Who the hell cares? Protect him. That's just what I was expecting. Son of a bitch. You can kind of see where the lot of traits of Gibbs comes from. Even though he has to play by the more stringent, tighter rules of the way the world is now, not what it was 20 years ago when he was Gibbs's boss. But when Tony got whacked over the back of the head, when he was at the end of the thing, the ginnel, with him smoking, and he caught him, and in the next minute Tony's whacked over the head, I'm like, no, that was too quick. There is no way two teams, or one or two teams, turned up and took him down that quickly. No. I knew it was him. I knew he was putting himself in the line of fire, using himself as bait, because he never caught this guy. That dude, I can't remember his name, but that dude from Homeland Security was former CIA. You know full well, had he got his way, both of them would have just walked. Unfortunately, there's some dirty politics and dirty dealings with protecting the greater good and domestic terrorism and all the rest of it. And innocent people get shot, which is precisely what happened in this episode. This was a good one, and I do like that they brought him back into it again, even though he's retired in Mexico. I think what works well with this show is they seem to very quickly understand and perceive, because obviously as they shoot a season, they've probably already got all of their episodes and their storylines for it all, but they seem to be able to perceive, it's not like they can just make one off bat. What I'm saying is they seem to perceive exactly what the audience wants and how the audience will respond to, positively or negatively, to certain things. And anybody that doesn't fit the bill gets cut quickly. I mean, they did a stupendous thing with the lab assistant with Abby. That just came out of nowhere, but they planted that seed early on. And I like that with the way that the storyline has gone, that they pulled Gibbs' former boss back into it, who was NIS. And now they're bringing him back in more and more. It's just a good formula that works. And it gives us an insight as to how it's stepped down generation, from him to Gibbs, from Gibbs to Tony, probably eventually from Tony to McGee and Ziva and God knows who else. It's passing the torch. This guy, of course, is clearly used to playing by the old school rules without the technology. And like you said, we used to use the broom cupboard as an interrogation room and a phone book. And the phone book was not to look up any phone numbers, was it? That was a good episode. I enjoyed that thoroughly. And it's still weird to see Gibbs with a mustache. How long is he going to keep this damn thing? I'm not sure if I have anything more really to add to that. The only thing that kind of gave a little bit of the storyline away for me right from the beginning is because the actor who played the Russian guy always plays a Russian guy. I don't know if he's Russian origins himself. It must be. He has that stoic, I don't know, even almost like Icelandic face. I don't know. But other than that, obviously, I didn't know how the rest of it was going to go. So, where we are at the moment now, we're a little bit in a strange place because Gibbs is, as far as I'm aware, he's not. Is he officially back? Because she benched everything that was in the drawer that she never handed in from quitting. I don't like that people still call it that he's quitting. And Tony has taken the subordinate role again and getting used to no longer giving out the orders, no longer being the boss. I do like the extravagantness of what happened with the bullet with this one that flummoxed Stephen and Ducky until between him and Abby, he had an epiphany of that's where it is. Who the hell would have thought of that as to why a bullet is missing? But it was needed because you can't charge a murder suspect without the actual thing that caused the murder in the first place. And it seemed really weird that this guy's job initially, just being almost like a stalker, would know who a terrorist was, and then we got all the background to it, which is why they pulled Mike in. I want them to keep pulling this guy back whenever necessary. It really adds some depth to the relationship that he has with Gibbs that almost mirrors the kind of relationship that Gibbs has with Tony. It's weird. Now, he just gets to walk away and goes back home after he shot him. Who the hell cares? Right, I'll be back with another 2 episodes next week. Till then, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Do not forget, if you're watching on YouTube, I would appreciate a quick sub to the channel if you haven't, and to give the video a thumbs up. Post your comments down below, and if you do want to watch any of these in full length, they are all available on Patreon. Link in the description will head you over there. Right then, see you for episodes 5 and 6 next week. Till then, thanks for watching. See you for the next one.